Hey folks, Fernando doing another video for the Modern Survivalist, and in this case talking about gloves, goggles, personal protection equipment that you probably need in your bug out bag and most people simply do not have. If you're wondering about last show with Matt Bracken that's been removed, check the previous video. You'll find all of that in Odyssey. Everything is synced with the Odyssey channel, so that's a great backup for anything that ends up missing here. So talking about this, it's a pretty big topic because it's often missing in most of these lists and videos that you see about bug out bags, emergency kits. And I was reminded by this by Don Porter from Sensible Prepper. They were doing a live stream, and the guy he's with was explaining that he's been in some cases in which he had to do some vehicle repairs, and having glasses, safety glasses, helped him out so as to not have all that crap fall directly in his eyes and his face when he needs it. And it makes perfect sense. I mean, this is the stuff I included in the number of lists that I have here in Survival Skills and the other books as well. So you want to get working gloves, work gloves, and you want to get yourself eye protection. But this can be a number of things. You could go with, these are Wiley X, right? The tactical shooting kind of sunglasses, which are great, but are not exactly the safety glasses you usually see, which is more online like this. I like these ones even better, which is something that's going to be staying in your face no matter what, and you have a lot better retention than just having the glass type of fits. It's going to be even sealing better around your face. Is it going to be getting foggy? May well be the case. It's going to be depending on humidity, temperature, and even your own face, the shape you have, and how well this seals. But either way, I think it's a good idea to have something that's going to be staying there. You have a decent field of view with these. I'll leave links for whatever this one is in Amazon or whatever it's closest to this sort of goggle. But just buy something that has good reviews, quality stuff. Usually 3M is a good way to go. These are Bollé, which is a French company. They do good stuff as well. These are decent. This, I think, is better. Having said that, if you have to walk back home or keep on walking to some point B location you're going to, you may want to have sunglasses, especially in certain weather conditions. If it's very sunny, if it's very hot, this is definitely something you would be missing if you don't have it. Now, if it's a winter storm, maybe this is what you're looking for, or the actual ones that have like the yellow tint. That's much better for snow. I mean, that's what I've used for skiing for quite a while, and I actually ended up blinded by not using safety glasses when skiing. That was a stupid mistake I did. Never gonna be doing it again, and I'm just glad I didn't have any permanent eye damage. But I spent an entire day blinded because I didn't use this stuff when skiing. So yeah, and mistake I'm not gonna be repeating anytime soon. So masks, same thing. Dust mask, even better. These are FFP3, which is like a 99.9% rating of filtration when fit properly. This is stuff that, if you look at different scenarios, fires, ashes, volcanic ash, collapsed structures, you may end up having to use this stuff so as to dig through the rubbles of what once was your home, so as to save someone, a loved one, a family member from the rubble. If that's the case, or if you just have to move rocks, bricks, rubble, you want to have these gloves. Using just your hands, that is really not a way to go about it. Even if you have the pry bar, the wrecking bar, or whatever tool you have at hand, just doing that with your bare hands, it's not about being tough. It's simply about you're not gonna be able to do that because you're gonna be ripping the skin off your hands. Anyone that worked for any period of time in construction knows this perfectly well. So it's not about being tougher or not. You just need gloves. These are decent leather gloves. These, as you see, they're quite worn, and that makes them a little bit more comfortable, and you understand how good they are, or their capabilities. Anything piercing is likely to go through. I've had that happen several times. The thicker it is, the more protection you have, but also the less dexterity you have, and it's tiring your hands more. You want to have an in-between point. These are okay. I think these are a good spot, a good place to be in terms of that middle ground. These are maybe a little bit too light. You have this rubberized material here, and more breathable on the other side. So I guess these are decent for light work or for an emergency in which you don't want to have something super heavy duty. Then you can go with cut-proof gloves that are even heavier. I'll leave links for those below as well. That may be something you end up using in a self-defense scenario, or something where you just have the time so as to deal with that someone with a knife, and you have the time so as to put your gloves on. By all means, go with that. But at the very least, get some decent working gloves. Get yourself some good eye protection, and I would say go with a dust mask or one of these N95. I would say get it as much protection as you can. Get the best one you can, which is usually going to be an FFP3 N99 N100. Yes, for a very long time I was very much a fan of having the valve, still am, but if you're going to be using this for the thing that shall not be mentioned, you may have problems in some places. Most of all, what I found out was that over the years, that little membrane that's working in that valve that you have, it's a lot more likely to dry up, rot, and end up leaking and breaking, and that's even far worse than not having it to begin with. So this is a bit more of it's not only flatter, it's a lot flatter, but it's also more rugged long term. This would be the weak point on this type of respirators. Having said that, these flat ones are very convenient, and they usually adjust very well for most people's faces. So that's why I've gone for this type of 3M for several years now. This is not just because of the pandemic. This is something I've been very serious about for a long time. You cannot always have, your big old great mask. These are of course better, but this is not something that most people will have in their bug out bags. Anyway, folks, that's gonna be all for now. Links below. See you on our next video. Have a great day. Take care.